Tesla to start making cars in India, targeting vast market. Welcome to the Hypercar Global YouTube channel where we take a look at Tesla, electric vehicles and the automotive industry. Tesla Incorporated is closing in on an agreement to make electric vehicles in India for the first time, opening up a new growth opportunity after setting up production in China. Tesla is coming closer to launching sales in India later this year. The electric vehicle giant has now registered a company in the country, Reuters reported, citing documents filed on Tuesday. India is home to the world's second largest population and fifth biggest car market. The company, called Tesla Motors India and Energy Private Limited, was incorporated on January 8, Reuters reported. Its office is registered in Bangalore, a city in the south that has become the country's technology hub, and it has 3 listed directors. Tesla has picked Karnataka, a southern state whose capital is Bangalore, for its first plant, the state's chief minister said over the weekend. The automaker has been negotiating with local officials for 6 months and is actively considering car assembly in the suburbs of Bangalore, people familiar with the matter said. Tesla didn't immediately respond to requests for comment and did not confirm the minister's statement. The company's registration came less than 2 weeks after Nitin Gadkari, India's transport minister, told the Indian Express that Tesla would launch operations in India in early 2021. The company would start with sales then potentially moving on to assembly and manufacturing, he said. CEO Elon Musk has been teasing Tesla's entry into the Indian market for years. Next year for sure, he said in October in response to a tweet asking when Tesla would sell its electric cars in India. Thanks for waiting. Musk added. The company is conducting due diligence for office real estate in the region and plans to set up an R&D facility, said the People, asking not to be named because the matter is private. Tesla has focused on Bangalore because it's shaping up to be a hub for electric vehicles and aerospace manufacturing talent, they said. Tesla has incorporated its Indian unit and registered offices in downtown Bangalore. Chief Executive Officer Elon Musk all but confirmed Tesla would enter India in January after months of speculation. The world's richest man on January 13 tweeted as promised in response to a report on a Tesla-focused blog that the automaker was in talks with several Indian states to open an office, showrooms, a research and development center, and possibly a factory. That revelation sparked euphoria from locals, such as Nikhil Chowdhury, a 20-year-old student at the University of Delhi who helped start India's Tesla fan club in 2019. Despite the hype, Tesla's foray into India may well prove challenging. The country hasn't yet rolled out the welcome mat for EVs like neighbor China, where Tesla set up its first factory outside of the US and now dominates sales of premium EVs. EVs account for about 5% of China's annual car sales, according to Bloomberg NEF, compared to less than 1% in India. Considering the price of a Tesla, Elon Musk probably won't be able to sell an EV to most of the population in emerging economies, said Pedro Pacheco, a Munich-based senior research director at Gartner Incorporated. However, looking at the size of the population and the potential for economic growth, Tesla will probably target a fast-growing group of affluent individuals that, in absolute terms, compares quite favorably to what we see in many developed countries. The Indian government is pushing for a boost in electric vehicle sales as it increasingly focuses on cutting emissions and other sustainability measures. In September 2017, the government said all of the roughly 250 million vehicles on the road must be electric by 2030. But after fierce criticism, the government lowered this target to just 30% in February 2018. And Delhi, the national capital, will have as many as 2,000 electric public transport buses by the end of 2021, the city's transport minister Kailash Gehlot announced in August 2020. The Ministry for Power is also looking into setting up electric vehicle charging points at all gas stations in Delhi, he added. I am confident that in 5 years India will become the #1 hub for manufacturing electric buses, cars and two-wheelers, Nitin Gadkari, the county's Minister of Road Transport and Highways, said in June. It is interesting, and highly ambitious, to see that Musk is hoping to make inroads in a country which has a reputation for huge levels of air pollution, particularly in the big cities, Sam Bailey from intellectual property firm Mewburn Ellis told Insider. It is also evidence of his belief that Tesla is now getting closer to a price point that is attractive and affordable for people in all economies and no longer the preserve of the very rich early adopters of new technology. India is the third biggest emitter of carbon dioxide, after China and the US, according to the World Economic Forum, and accounts for around 7% of total global emissions. Tesla has rightly identified India as a market with great demand growth potential, David Leggett, automotive analyst at Global Data, said. There is a large and affluent middle class developing in its many urban centers. India has a population comparable in size to that of China, it is approaching 1.5 billion people, but its car market is only around 3 million, around a tenth of China's. Over the next 5 years, we expect India's car market to double in size, with electric vehicles increasing their share. Charging spots. Palo Alto, California-based Tesla may also use any Indian factory as an export base, leveraging several markets at the same time, Pacheco said. The expensive cost of a Tesla is viewed as a sticking point by other market watchers, too. Mumbai-based Basudev Banerjee, an analyst at Ambit Capital Private, noted that the size of the luxury car market in India is minuscule, with brands like BMW, Mercedes, Audi and Jaguar Land Rover accounting for just 30,000 to 50,000 sales annually. And despite India's broader potential, charging infrastructure remains another impediment to large-scale EV adoption. According to the International Energy Agency, around 60% of the world's public slow and fast charging spots are in China. As Chinese carmakers roll out competitive EV models and develop a diverse ecosystem, the country is heading toward disrupting the current global auto industry landscape, UBS Group AG analysts wrote in a report last month. India has been making similar moves, but not yet on the same scale. In 2015, it launched a faster adoption and manufacturing of hybrid and FAME plan, with a 9 billion rupee $123 million commitment to subsidies that cover everything from electric tricycles to buses, according to the IEA. A second generation of the FAME program introduced in 2019 was larger, with 100 billion rupees to encourage EV purchases and build out charging infrastructure. India also cut the goods and services tax on EVs to 5% from 12%, effective August 2019, much lower than the levies of as much as 28% slapped on other motor vehicles, which have attracted criticism from companies like Toyota Motor Corporation. If you have enjoyed the video, please drop a like, and if you are new, subscribe to the channel to support us.